Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a Panda palette finale and at the same time introduction for you guys. I know you guys might have missed me for about a week. I came back from my holidays in New Zealand last week and I was completely jet lagged. I was hoping I could film a little bit because we would come home on Sunday at noon, but yeah, that was not gonna happen. I'm kind of recovered now, so it's time to get back in. I bought this amazing dress over there as well, so I just decided to wear that straight away. Like, you don't need a really good reason to wear a dress that you love, so that's, yeah. Let's just get in. So first of all, I'm gonna talk through the palettes that I was working on, starting at the start. So first of all, the oldest palette that I was working on, let's take a quick look at what that looked like last time. I only had 2 shades left in here, so there isn't that much to look at. So let's take a quick look at what this looks like right now. So this is where we are right now, and as you might see, this pan is completely empty. As you can imagine, that's not because I finished up the whole silver, because I didn't even hit pan lit yet, but I've repressed it in here because I took this with me on my holidays, so it was a bit easier for me to actually use that silver. I know a lot of you are telling me to repress this black as well, but this black stays here at home in my drawer and I can easily reach for it. This one already has a black, so this is kind of my travel black and this is my at-home black. And yeah, so the silver doesn't really look the same anymore, so we will take a look at that in the other palette in a little bit. The black I have made some progress on, but while I was traveling, I've been just so busy like exploring and just going around New Zealand that I didn't really feel like spending like 20 minutes on my makeup every morning. I just wanted to get out and do stuff. So haven't really made too much progress on like the shades in that way, but I had some time before I left for my holidays to make some progress. So there is probably a little bit of difference in the black, but nothing major. Yeah, that's that. I'm gonna keep working on this though. So let's see where I can get. Hopefully I can get that finished within the next at least 6 months, hopefully a bit sooner. Anyway, moving on to the Too Faced Glamour To Go palette. That is my like main palette for 2019. Let's take a quick look at what that looked like previously. So my goals for that one, if I remember correctly, were to finish off the bronzy shade, hit side pan on the blue, and maybe hit side pan on the black. I don't remember if I already had side pan, but anyway, this is what that palette looks like right now. As you can see, I've repressed the silver in here. This is a silver on its own with a little bit of other pigment that got in here. And this is the silver mixed in with my Canela pigment, which is kind of a bronzy pigment. So it's a little bit more of a champagne-y color. I don't know whether you can see much of a difference, but there is some difference there. So yeah, let's go through the shades. As you can see, of course, the bronzy shade is gone. That's a very easy one to kind of talk through. So I did manage to finish that one. Then for the green shade at the bottom right here, I've used that as my inner corner highlight a few times because I'm using kind of the white milk pencil from NYX as my base for that. It is just about like not too dark. As you can see, it does still highlight my inner corner, so kind of figured out that that's a good way to kind of use this at least a little bit. Then for these two, I have used them little bits. Something that I've noticed is that this actually works really well with a very bright pink color in my Panda's eyeshadows. I was kind of thinking whether that already went live, but it's live. So I'm putting this one on top of that pink, and that kind of gives me the look that I have right now. So it kind of gives it a more toned down but still pink, kind of golden rose type color, which I actually really like, and that makes it very wearable for the office as well. So I'm wearing extremely bright pink, I'm wearing a silver, but it's wearable, so that's actually really, really nice. So I've been trying to use that kind of champagne-y color a little bit more than the silver, but we're moving through them, so that's good. For the blue, I especially towards the start of December was using this a lot kind of in my crease and to darken things up, and I did manage to hit side pan on that one, so I'm really happy with that. And then for the black, same thing. I also hit side pan on that one. I'm fairly certain that happened in December as well. I don't think it was there yet during my previous update. So also there, I've made some nice progress. The pan is a little bit bigger, but I did take this with me to New Zealand and I only used it like 3 times or something. So I didn't make too much progress in the 3 weeks that I have been there. But yeah, we've still got some time to spend with that one because there still is some work to do. Now, those were my palettes from last year. And of course, like I said, this is going to be the introduction for next year as well. I'm planning to still keep working on these two. I'm hoping to kind of get this one out fairly soon. But like I said, I'm not going to repress the black just because I already have a black in the other one. It's a completely different consistency and stuff, so I don't really feel like mixing them up. So I'm just going to use that one at home and the other one when I'm traveling or at the gym or those types of things. Then, this year's palette, the 2020 palette, is going to be the LA Colors palette. I asked you guys for your feedback on like which palette I should use. I gave you guys 3 options and it was kind of 50-50 on this one and one of the other palettes, but I felt like the comments for this one were a bit more compelling. Like, it's a really easy neutral combination of things that I can throw in very easily with my Pandas eyeshadows, and I'm also doing the whole collection Project Pan, which has a lot of eyeshadows in it right now. I need to do something about how I structured that, but that's for another update. So yeah, this one is the one that I'm gonna be working on this year. I have a feeling that it's not gonna be too much of a struggle, even though I know I've got other stuff here still as well, but I've used this like 2-3 times now since I've been back during the last week, and I've kind of figured out what the shades are like, and they are pretty powdery, which will mean that I can go through them a little bit quicker than maybe I would have expected, so that's kind of nice. Also, this is a very easy one to bring with me, so once I'm starting to not have enough colors in this one anymore, this might be a good, I'm gonna take this with me when I go to the gym type palette. So let's quickly walk through the colors, and let me open this up so there isn't as much as a glare coming at you guys. So first of all, the yellow on this side, I've swatched them, so you will see close up of the swatches while I'm talking about them. All of them have kind of a shimmery overspray on them, but in reality they are all pretty much matte. So they're really easy to like move in with anything, like any look that I'm doing. If I do not have anything that kind of works for a certain part of my eye in my Pandas eyeshadows or in my anything else. So the yellow is fairly light, as you can see in the swatch. It is more of a kind of like highlighty shade. I wouldn't really use it as a highlighter, but this will be a really good like lid shade to just throw something really simple on. So yeah, I think I need to play around with that one a little bit more. I've mainly been using these 2 colors so far. So the orange is kind of similar to the yellow, as in like it's pretty light, but it does have a little bit more pigment than the yellow does. So you do clearly see it's an orange, but it's not majorly like in your face orange, which is actually really nice because I can use that as a transition shade. I can use that as an eyelid shade, so that is going to be really nice and useful. The brown already has a little bit of a dip just because I've already used that over the years that I've had this palette a few times. I've used this a few times as well when doing my eyeshadow over the last week, and this is a great crease shade. It's a kind of a medium brown. I wouldn't say that it's like a full-on dark brown because it looks darker in the pan, it feels to me, than what it looks like on my skin or on my eye. But it's perfect as like a very neutral crease shade, a transition-ish shade. It's not overly dark, so it's really easy to just blend in with anything. Then this other brown is a very nice like lighter brown. It's dark enough to be a pretty really nice transition shade. So if I do not have a proper transition shade, this is a really easy one to grab for. And yeah, there isn't too much more I can say about that one. It's just that's going to be really easy to get through. And then the purple, it is definitely a purple, so this is kind of my pop of color when you look at this palette. But also this one I've tried, I'm actually wearing it in my crease right now, and as you can see, it's nothing like majorly purple coming at you. I can definitely wear this in my like office look, so that is really nice as well. So the brown, maybe a little bit more neutral. This will add a little bit more like dimension and color if I would want to, but at the same time, if I blend it out, it kind of looks somewhat similar to the brown, just with a little bit more of a like cooler purplish tint to it. So yeah, I think also use this really nicely as kind of an outer color if I want a little bit more like of a colorful look. I can definitely like build this up a little bit more when I'm not wearing it in my crease, but kind of towards the outer part of my eyelid. So really looking forward to kind of playing around with that. But like I said, this is just going to be a really nice companion palette for like all of the other looks that I'm doing. It's easy to just grab a color from here if I feel like something is missing for my Pandas eyeshadows, and I can just kind of slowly make my way through these. But because they're pretty powdery, I'm fairly certain I can finish this off throughout this year. I wouldn't even be surprised if I can finish this one off before I finish everything in here, because these colors are just a little bit more hardly pressed, so it might take me longer to get through them. But yeah, that is the palette that I'm gonna be working on this year. But you will be seeing 3 palettes in my Panda palette updates for a little bit. I kind of have to figure out what to do with this one, because showing you a whole palette and taking pictures and everything just for this one might get a little bit annoying for you guys. So let me know if you do want to see this still in my updates, or maybe you just want to hear from me when I've actually finished it. I'd like to know what you guys think of that. But definitely these 2 will be part of my Panda palette updates. But yeah, that is it for today. I hope you guys like watching this. I hope you guys are interested in seeing how I'm gonna be doing with this palette. I have a feeling I might go through this a lot quicker than I would even expect myself, but let's see. And that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!